I just want to bring in Kevin Kelly and Mitch Rochelle's back with us. Also joining us from Stock Swoosh, Melissa Armo. To pick up on what Jerry was saying, one of the things I liked about this rally all day is that it's being led by the names you want to lead it. Technology, your top three weightings in technology. Apple's 21% of it, Microsoft 17%, and Visa is 5%. We know Microsoft and Visa reported good numbers. The market's responding well to it. And, of course, buyers always seem, Melissa, to flock back into Apple. So you've got leadership there. Intel reports after the close. The semis have been hammered. Maybe you're seeing some bottom fishing there. But you've got the combination of things. You've got the leadership that you need, and you've got some bottom fishing. Is this the right kind of mix for you?
Really, tonight and tomorrow is really important for the market. There's two things that's happening in the next 24 hours for the market that are critical. GDP number coming out tomorrow morning and two big tech names reporting tonight, which is Google and Amazon. If just one of those two big names reports well and gaps up huge tonight and holds and rallies with a good GDP number tomorrow, or both, you could see a massive buying in the market tomorrow and a big rally that could almost 100% retrace the sell-off that we've seen for the last 2 weeks. Now, I don't know if it's going to play out that way, but I'm telling you,
you're saying tomorrow one session could be so almost the biggest session in the history of the stock market, at least from a numerical point of view.
I'm telling you that it absolutely could
happen. What's a good GDP number?
I don't know.
3.9%?
Kevin would know that more than me.
4%? No, but you said a good GDP number.
Well, I tell you, at this point for the market, anything that's not bad is good because we've had so much sell-off. So anything close to 4, I don't want to say over 4, close to 4 would be good.
Mitch?
Yeah, and I think on the GDP number, you got to look to the consumer because consumers 2/3 or almost 70% of GDP. And if the consumer's strong in this print, I think that's going to be the message that the market wants to hear.
Here's another thing that I'm seeing. And by the way, I've seen this all week long. I've been amazed every morning at the amount of upgrades. Wall Street has been very aggressive, telling people to buy weakness, which I don't see often. Today, we just got an upgrade on the home builders, one of the worst hit sectors out there. They're doing extraordinarily well. We just got an upgrade this morning on Caterpillar. We have 3 upgrades this morning on Boeing. Wall Street is telling people to put money to work. I think that's good. In fact, I think it's a little unusual. They usually wait till the top to tell people to buy.
Yeah, I mean, we saw last week there were actually downgrades on the home builders. So you're actually seeing different signals coming from Wall Street
analysts. But it's sold off a lot since then.
Yeah, I mean, here's all investors need to do. They need to focus on the companies that are reinvesting in their business. And you're seeing that time and time again, whether it's from Home Depot's doing it, right? They're spending $1.2 billion to redo their supply chain. Listen, Microsoft last night, their Azure cloud computing was up 76% because companies are reinvesting in their technology. That's the only way the market's going to go higher here. So if we have a short-term correction because margins are compressing, because companies are reinvesting in their business, so be it. But longer term, it's going to play out, and you're seeing it play out with Microsoft today.
Talk about the consumer for a moment, because you mentioned GDP. I think this week one of the standouts have been retail. They were even the last segment to go down yesterday. They've been holding up very, very well. I think people are looking for an outstanding holiday season. Burlington Coat Factory up big today. Children's Place has been up 2 or 3 sessions. How critical is it, and do you think that the consumer will step up to the plate?
Well, usually you do have retail rallying at the end of the year because Black Friday, the holiday season, is usually the bigger time when you see some of these stocks rally, although some of them rallied and made new highs like Target way earlier this year, which they didn't have to do and you typically don't do, but they did this year. I think the market's going to close strong in December. I think one of the reasons we've had so much selling is because we're coming into this election period, and I think that people have been worried about really what's going to happen in the upcoming week, next week and a half. I guess 10 days till the election. So you've seen that. You see the worry about interest rates. We've had selling. But all the market needs is one reason for people to buy back in. And the biggest risk is that people will miss the next rally whenever that happens, if they sell, if they get out.
Well, can I just bring up one of the most important things investors need to be conscientious of? And the biggest buyers of stock have been removed from the market, and that's the companies themselves. They've had a blackout period, a month leading into their earnings. So Microsoft now can buy as much stock as they want back now. And then once Amazon does it, so you're seeing the biggest companies can't buy their own stock. And stock buybacks are healthy, right? They are tax-free dividends, essentially.
Microsoft, in their report last night, said they spent $6.1 billion returning money to shareholders, either through buybacks and dividends. To your point, $1 trillion possibly this year. That means hundreds of billions still left in the pipeline. Once that goes off, Mitch, it will have a positive impact on the market.
No question. We still have money that's overseas that hasn't been repatriated, and the tax has basically been paid on it. So when that money comes in, it's going to end up in the capital markets, either through buybacks or through dividends. So I think we're going to see that money come back.
Let's talk about Amazon for 1 second, because that's the name everyone's looking at. You got Amazon, Alphabet, Google, but Amazon is the one that everyone is paying the most attention to. It is the name that is going to sway everything. What's the most important part here? Because their guidance is going to be a little different. The $15 minimum wage is going to be a multi-billion-dollar hit to them next year, and they do have some other higher costs associated too. How do you see this playing out? I mean, instinctively, I'm in it. It's in my retirement account. I don't plan on selling it anytime soon. But do you think they'll overcome those hurdles?
Yeah, they're going to overcome those hurdles because one of the highest profit centers for them is going to be advertising going forward. They know your likes, your clicks, and your habits. So I think the most important thing is they've been expanding that over the last year, and Wall Street's going to be focused on that number. They know the cloud is going to do well. Their cloud grew 49% last quarter. Expect to beat this quarter on it, given what Microsoft did last night. That's why the stock is trading up today into the earnings over 5%.
I really think Google's the one to watch, and here's why. Google has not looked that great compared to Amazon in the last few months since July. If Google is a surprise and actually has some buying coming into it tonight, gapping up and running, then you really could see that whole sector, no matter what Amazon does, even if Amazon
so you
trades
could see
down,
Amazon down, but Google being the savior?
But Amazon could gap down and then rally. What I'm saying is Google has had so much shelling. If buying comes back into that stock, one of the big stocks in that sector that has looked really like crap since July, even though it's in an uptrend, it has had so much shelling compared to Amazon. Amazon's making new highs all the time. It wouldn't be a surprise, is what I'm saying, if Amazon did it. It would be a surprise if Google did. You'd have all this buying come back into the stock, and the key number is 1,200.